Hey, what's up guys, this is the Recoil channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to effectively and most efficiently train your spray pattern with your AK or your M4. I've been playing this game for about 3k hours total on Steam, and I've tried a lot of the maps and different ways of training your spray, and I think I've figured out the most efficient way to train your spray in Counter-Strike. The two maps that I prefer the most is Recoil Master, of course, and then training bot Aim V5D. And you can actually use any bot map, but I've used aimbots before, but I think the best setup is actually bot Aim V5D with the bots spawned on different levels, because you don't want to be just training your spray. It's not as testing to train your spray with a horizontal line, like all the bots on the same axis, the x-axis. So bot aim, you can set them to different heights and different levels, which will make you have to know where the spray is in order to kill those bots. So let's go ahead and jump into Recoil Master. Alright, so when you're trying to master a skill, you don't want to just jump straight into the competition and start thinking that if I play this game enough or this competition, this sport enough, I'll eventually get better. Usually coaches or mentors, they have you practice small things and you master the basics first, and then you move on to experience and game sense and sports sense. So basically what I'm doing in this video is I'm going to show you the step-by-step fundamentals in spraying, and then I'm going to tell you how to practice them individually so you can start mastering those fundamentals and start working your way up. The first thing is knowing the spray pattern, and it's basically up here. I want to make a quick note, maybe I can zoom in here. So a lot of the times when I was first starting out, I just pulled down and instantly went left, right, and then left. But if you look really closely, you can see that the curve actually goes a little bit to the right, down, still, and to the left, right, jiggle, left. So I used to just pull straight down and to the left, and I noticed that my bullets were like going wide to the left or something, and that's why I didn't get the kills a lot. But if you're coming out long as a terrorist and then you're peeking the CT at the corner and you have this long spray battle, at least like 7 bullets, you actually need to pull right first and then to the left. So this is where you can actually master the generic spray pattern, and it'll just help you with spraying in the future, instead of kind of, oh, let me keep spraying, okay, I know the general area, master the spray pattern first and then figure out the general later, because then you'll have a better general. You'll be more closer to perfect than just trying to memorize it in your brain. So what I do here for memorizing the spray, let me turn the volume down, is I basically just sit here and practice tracing this green dot, and I'm just trying to move at the same speed it's going and follow its turns and pull downs as perfectly as I can. You can't get it perfect, but you can get it pretty darn close. So probably like 80% accurate. So we're just gonna do this for a moment. Watch how my first time I do this, and it's probably gonna be pretty bad. And then watch, I'm gonna do it about 20 times and show you guys the last time I do it, and you guys can see the improvement and the difference. I'll zoom it in and show you guys. So here I go, first time. Alright, that was actually pretty good. I'm gonna do it about 10 more times. The second part of the spray is actually shooting a real target. In death matches or in matches, you don't actually have a ghost hair. All you see is the target. So now you need to take the pattern you learned from the ghost hair and apply it to a human body. So I'll show you guys my first one and I'll explain it. So basically I'm just trying to get the white bullet spark into his head and try to keep it in there. So I notice what I've learned throughout doing this, I have to pull down right and then kind of curve it down left, and then white, jiggle, and then come back. So we'll try it again, do it about 10 times. And then wherever I see it's like going out, I try to say, okay, so I went out on this, like the 17th bullet or something. I'm not being too exact, like don't try to be super exact, just try to see where you kind of messed up your spray. Was that the beginning or the middle? And then try to fix it the next time you spray. So let's try it again. So that was a pretty good spray, 14 headshots. Sometimes I just go on infinite ammo if I'm really struggling with this, and I just work on the first few bullets, like first 5 bullets. And you don't want to rush it, like don't pull down too fast. You want to kind of pull down only when you need to. Sometimes when I'm doing the spray, I pull down fast, but then the spray is not even, the recoil isn't even that high yet, so I'm pulling down too far, so I'm aiming here, but my bullets are landing near his neck. So you can kind of play with it, shoot a little bit, and you feel it raising your crosshair, and then pull it down after. So here, I'm gonna try that. So right there, it felt like a better spray, like it was sitting where the head should have been, because I wasn't pulling down too much. So just try to master the 3 shots that are pretty close to the head, and then slowly pull down and then swing it. So it's a nice smooth spray. That time I had 18 bullets. Next thing you're going to practice is transferring your spray onto multiple targets. So basically here, all you're trying to do is completely do the full spray and try to flick your spray onto the next target while still keeping it like generally near its head. I try to get the head, but of course you're gonna miss a few shots, but just, you know, try to get it pretty good. So here's an example. And so you don't want to do the same pattern as, oh, this guy first, that guy second, that guy third. You kind of want to mix it up. So this guy, this guy, this guy, or this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And instead of adding 4 flicks, you could add 6 flicks or 2 flicks. So 1, 2, and just try to mix up the pattern and see if you can find where your spray is landing. And this is also working your flicks too. If your flicks aren't good, it'll be hard to flick your spray to the next target. So practicing your flicks will help you with your spray transfers. So lastly, for Recoil Master, you need to learn how to spray at a moving target. So what you need to do is set on infinite ammo, moving target, anti-target, and then reset. So this is what trains aiming with your spray. So you know where the spray is gonna be while still aiming at a moving target. This is like the hardest thing for me, but once I started doing this, I could move my hand more free. In like death matches, my hand didn't get all tense, and it kind of just opened up my aim where it felt easier. So you're gonna do this a couple of times till it feels easy, and it won't look like you're hitting the head, but you are hitting a little bit. And don't worry if it's really bad. Like, this is something that's really hard to do. Most people are not moving while they're they're being shot at. Like, usually they stop to shoot you. That time I got 5. 7, getting better. So this is probably the hardest thing to do while you're spraying. That one I got 10. So you're gonna do that for a little while, and then that will be the end of Recoil Master. Alright guys, now that we loaded up training bot Aim V5D, I think. Sometimes I get the name wrong. Just give yourself an AK, and then I just start adding the bots. I go up to 8 T-bots. I turn on infinite ammo, armor, so I can see it just looks nicer when they get shot in the head with the spark. And then I spawn them everywhere. That's really important, because you're trying to train your spray to different distances and not just the same axis. So I make them not shoot me so that I don't have to worry about getting shot. And I stand about right here, because this is the longest you're going to want to spray, closest, and then middle. And basically what you do here is just practice spraying the whole clip and see if you can find these guys' heads. So I'm just trying to find the spray and remember while adjusting for where the target is. And I'm also practicing the flicks to the enemy bots too. So I did that. I got a little bit better at the end, but my hand feels kind of tense. So usually if I aim trained a little bit more and spent more time, it would get more loose, and then I'd be able to like flick a lot farther. So basically you do this until you start seeing that your aim you're not aiming with your crosshair kind of, but your spray is your crosshair, to where it just kind of looks like you're a camera watching the target, and the target is not, it's just following where your spray is going. I don't know how to explain it. You're not aiming with your crosshair, but you're aiming with your spray. So right now I'm looking at his head, but the spray is on him perfectly. So it's like just following him perfectly. You'll notice the feeling, and it'll feel really good. And you're like, wow, it looks really cool when I'm spraying this guy. That my spray is like aiming instead of my crosshair. You'll notice the feeling once you guys start getting better at it. And then you hit the DMs and start just seeing how far you got your aim. So to wrap this up, I broke down the fundamentals of spraying into about like 5 different parts. First part was in Recoil Master, you're learning the spray pattern. Second part is learning to spray on a human target, where you need to put your crosshair like according to the human's body. And then I taught you guys how to spray to different human targets. So you're flicking your spray and knowing how much time you spent flicking, the distance between the two players, and where the spray will end up by the time you reach the other player. Fourthly, I taught you guys how to aim with your spray pattern, which was basically the bot that was moving left to right. He was constantly moving, and you had to remember where to put your crosshair while aiming at the same time. So you're aiming with your spray while spraying, which is pretty cool to think about. If you guys are struggling with one of these sections, just stick with one of those sections for the day, and once you master that, you can move on to the next part. After you're done with this bot train, getting like 250 kills or 100 kills when you're first starting out, I get 500 kills because I get it done pretty fast. And then you could go into deathmatch, and then you should be, after a week, you should definitely notice a major improvement in your spray. And then if you spend like a month doing this, you'll have a pretty solid spray. So that's basically it, guys. I just really wanted to make this video because I saw some other recoil tips on YouTube, and I didn't think they covered all the fundamentals of spraying. It's not that big of a skill to master, but I just didn't think people were teaching it properly. I think noobs were trying to teach noobs, so hopefully this guide helped you and dug you deeper into mastering the spray pattern. Let me know your results if you guys try this out for a few days and this method helps you, and spread the word if this helped you. Like, share this to your friends. That'll really help me out and grow my channel.